Hey folks, how you doing? I'm excited to show you this thing I've been building, and let's just go through some of the functions of it, shall we? If I turn it on, what you'll notice there, we've got three little orbs flying around. I'm obviously in the chat right now. My test account is, and for some reason, Lamporix is showing as active in the chat right now, and has been for a few days. So go figure. So the idea is this is live. This isn't just a scraped one-off instance. This is actually live data. So if anybody joins chat now, they would instantly appear there. And if they say something, so I'm just going to type in test. If I type in test there, you'll see little sparks come out. So it's a visual indication that they've said something. But it goes further than that. Let me show you some of the things I've made in there. The first-time chatters, when a first-time chatter comes in, I've got to simulate these by doing a test. Then we get a little spin. So if you look at my icon there, spinning around, that's what will happen when somebody comes in and does a first-time chat. There's another effect, which you'll see now. There we are. That will happen when somebody triggers the magic AI thing. When somebody triggers a channel point redeem, there's another one which will look like this, and it's random each time. It shoots out a little sort of comet, and it's the direction and the colors are random each time, so it's always going to be different. And can you imagine this with lots and lots of people in chat, where you've got lots of these orbs flying around and different things happening all over the place? I think it's going to be amazing. When somebody follows for the first time, we'll get like a purple enlarging circle, and then it shrinks back. And you'll notice at the moment that Lamprix and myself have these like a golden glow around us. So that's the subscriber level. If you're just a follower, you'd have a purple halo, if you like, around it. So what else? We've got a similar one of those for subscribers. So if we do test sub, we'll see, there we are, a little golden ring expanding out like that. Now then, here's an interesting one. When somebody mentions another user, so let's see, I've got my test account there. If I say Alan Thompson test, hi there. Now hopefully, if I go that way, you might see it a bit more clearly. There we are. Did you see that little line going? There's like a little comet that shoots from one to the other. I thought that was quite cool. So you can imagine as people are chatting and mentioning each other, you'll see all these little things zigzagging between different users. And one of the things I notice quite a lot, and I think is lovely, is when people hug other people. So here's a very special one. If I do hug at Lamporix, because it's further away on this one, you'll see what happens. Oh, I didn't hit enter. There we go. Look at that. It shoots a stream of hearts towards them. Isn't that amazing? I love that. What else? Oh yeah, when people do a song request with the !SR, or even just request the song list with !SL, I'll demonstrate that one for you now. This is what's going to happen when they do that. See, it shoots up little musical notes up into the sky above them. And then when somebody gives bits as well, there's different levels of this one. We can test. So there's coins 50, coins 100 for 100 bits, coins 500,000, and it shoots out different number of coins. So I'll simulate someone giving 500 bits. So if I go test coins 500. There we are. It's showers of little coins spraying out everywhere. So those are all going to happen completely by themselves based on whatever's happening in the chat, right? Which is nice. But then I've got these other effects as well that I've built into it. I've gone mad, folks. As channel point redeems, and there are 3 so far. We've got one called spin, which if I redeem that, it will make every single sphere, every single person, there we are, they all spin. Just a bit of fun. So there's that one. So it spins for about 10 seconds, I think. And then this one is called Chaos, and it basically just makes them all move in random directions and speed up and so on. So there we go. They just go a bit crazy for a little while. And you can imagine this with many more people in chat. It would be a bit more chaotic. And this might be my favorite one. This is gravity. So if we suddenly apply gravity, they all fall down to the bottom and then gradually float back. So there's other things in there too as well. That's not all. If we have a raid, depending on the size of the raid, different things will happen. So if I do test raid large, so this is for a raid of between 20 and 50. So it's not actually that large, but it's just the way that it's bracketed them. So this is what's going to happen if we have a raid. It basically opens a portal, and then through that portal, the new chatters will emerge and join the bubbles on screen. So that's going to stay there for a while. There we are. So there's a small, medium, and large version of that as well. And then there's things for the hype train as well. So if we do test, there's like hype 1 through to hype 5, and then there's a hype end sequence as well. So let's just say let's show you hype 4, see what that does. So it just does those kind of visual things and then flashes the colors in the background as well. So I think that's about everything for now. But this is what I've been playing with. If I do a test action here, it will run through every single option. So if you watch my, actually if I unload it and load it again, I might spawn somewhere else. There we go. So if you watch my one now, when I run this test, it will run through every single visual effect that can possibly happen. Let me go that side. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that one. The golden one, where it goes from one to the other, is when somebody gets a gift sub for someone else. I think that's a lovely way of recognizing that. It will do the golden beam, if you like, from one to the other, and then they'll expand with the golden rings. So I think it's a lovely way of visualizing all that activity that's happening in chat. And there is an opt-out as well, just in case people are feeling a little bit, I don't want to be part of that. I've built in a command, ! hide me. And if I do that now, you'll see I've just disappeared from there. And if I do ! show me, it'll bring me back. So there we are. That's what I've been spending my time building. And it's not finished. You know me, I'm going to tweak this thing forever. So anyway, I would love to know your ideas. What other interactions, what other commands that people use that we could visualize in some way, particularly those ones where they mention someone else, because there's that interaction then between two people, isn't there? Which I think is lovely to visualize on screen. Anyway, I've rambled on for far too long. I'll upload this to YouTube so you guys can see it. Let me know what you think. Cheers.